So I was a little surprised because I thought we only investigated 3 out of the 4 things in this area, so I was expecting for us to find the 4th before anything significant were to happen. But not this time, at least. 10 times timber? Oh, from the Leshen? That's kind of sad. Because it's made out of timber. So I was thinking that we would end up going through here. And then that would trigger something. Letter from a druid, maybe we can still learn a little bit more. You've gone mad if you think that these attacks and accidents are our doing. Oh, druids are denying it. Not a single druid has taken action against you, and none of us wish you harm. Our calling is to care for nature, but not at the price of human lives. In fact, man is also a part of nature, and we are not allowed to do him any deliberate harm. Note, however, that nature is ruled by her own laws, and if she let you know that you are not welcome here, it would be wise to consider a halt to your woodcutting, for your good and for the good of the forest. Can we get some frowns out of that? Okay, sure. But that is the explanation then, is that basically the humans thought, woodcutters, thought that it was the druids, because the druids are nearby, and it seems like the kind of thing that druids would do, try to stop them from chopping down their wood. But it was actually that Leshen, a sign from Mother Nature, or great loot. Not quite as good as the diamonds, but still. But yeah, actually Mother Nature saying, not so fast. That startled me like crazy. Not the Leshen, but that. Okay, let's get out of here before any more crows want to decide to show up. So, I mean, it's not far away from Giddiness, however you say this one, but nice to have an in-between place. So why don't we go, maybe we still do Bland Air next and we fast travel here, and then we'll walk from here to the other place. Oh, I heard the sound of weapons being drawn and I was like, uh-oh, something going down? Okay, so we have the shopkeeper here that I think we've already played you at Gwent and done all that stuff.
Spending hard-earned coin, that's an art in itself.
Yeah, definitely. But let's just see if there's anything else for us to sell to you. Because we have picked up... Well, have we picked up much lately? Maybe not. Maybe we're kind of in the clear. We have an old saddle, don't we? This here? Yeah. So that will actually give us 8 weight. That would be nice to offload that. Other than that, though... Yes, we have a little bit of furs. Not that that's making a huge difference. But, sure. Sell some of the really bad stuff as well. Oh, I forgot to break this down into components a little while back when we were at the shopkeeper, or the blacksmith. I thought that we had some other type of clam or shell, but just did not see that it was going to be a different looking type of shell.
So long.
Okay, so let's see. The person we're actually looking for, no, it's not Yennefer. At least not at the moment. We are back at this, and we are looking for you. You're a little bit over the side here, but shouldn't be tough to find you. Now, the question is this going to be a straightforward conversation, or is this going to get complicated? Because, well, it may not be as simple as just saying hi, hello, and everything is all hunky-dory from there. I would have my doubts, I think, but who knows? You?
Shut the windows, lock the doors. I don't like this. You shouldn't be risking your life for us. Worms? We do as you say. Worms on your brain. They're the only worms.
That is a humongous wolf. Oh my goodness. Wow. That guard dog. That's also a big guard dog, but that wolf is even bigger. Alright, now we'll talk to you and not mess with your wolf.
You Fritjof?
That's right. And what do they call you?
It has red eyes as well.
Me? Drifter, stranger, mutant, sometimes even
All
by
the
my
above.
name, Geralt of Rivia.
A man with a sense of humor. I like that. Well, what can I do for you, Geralt of Rivia?
You see, Grimmist wants to see you.
Gremist wanted me to summon you. Need you to help him perform a ritual.
A ritual? Will this one stop him from being a mean old goat? I would go see him for old time's sake, but I've more important matters on my mind.
Yeah, I figured it wouldn't be that
Look
simple.
about you. The ground. See how dry it is. It's not rained for weeks. The grass in pastures has withered. Sheep are starving. I must bring rain. But fear that... Wait just a moment. Perhaps you could help me.
How did I know?
I'm a man of many talents, but manipulating the weather's not one of them.
We actually do have
I
experience in that,
acquired a
sort of.
different skill involving the sword. You see, Mother Nature dislikes it when you take something from her by force. She will defend herself. So fiercely, in fact, that I could use a defender myself. What do you say?
Yeah, sure. Deal's a deal.
Sure, I'll help, provided you go see Gremist afterwards.
Agreed. Now follow me. Time for a little storm.
Alright. We chilling with your wolf and the sheep? I mean, you have a pretty awesome wolf.
Sacrifice.
Should we burn folk at the stake as they do on the continent?
Oh, I see
Better a
what's happening.
sacrifice of goats and sheep, I think.
Also, can we pick up pace or... Oh, okay, it's right here. Never mind. Yeah, it's gonna be this sheep. Oh! Yeah, you sure this is a good idea? Because I'm not sure this is a good idea.
Starting.
A lot of herbs. Okay, we need to protect you from fog. Oh, strong foglet at that. I suppose that is somewhat fitting that it is foglet when we are summoning weathery stuff. Yes, but whoa, there. I thought there was a second one. That's will the wolf help us? That's awesome. Like I said, coolest wolf ever, and it's actually fighting with us. Okay, so they just appear out of nowhere, it seems. We definitely did not have any foglets remaining at that point in time. Hold on, I saw... Yeah, markers here. Don't attack him, please. Which I want to make sure we are a little bit closer to him. Well, on one hand, you could say, be closer to him, so that if anything comes near him, you can take it out. On the other hand, you could say, by being close to him, you are making the foglets want to appear next to him, which is probably a mistake. Did that lightning just strike us? Okay, like, now? Not where I want you to be. Here as well. Please don't attack him. Attack us instead. But don't hit him. That's definitely not what we need to be doing. Take one out, still another one. Waiting for you to show your face. Over here. Yeah. Yeah, it's getting a little framey. That is not just you seeing that. Is that it? I'm not sure. It seems to be done? Maybe?
Storm, damn it.
Not managed
Of
to
course,
storm
Geralt
that
says it.
point for ages. Did you see the drops? The size of eggs.
A little busy tending to the foglets. They weren't small either.
True, those were
Ah,
very
yes,
big foglets.
Unfortunately, they always emerge. But perhaps that's for the best.
For the best? You sure about that?
For the best. Why?
If manipulating the weather carried no risks, it'd not give me peace. Make it rain, make the sun shine. Some would want storms, others a sea calm as a pond frozen over. This way,
You'd be a
folk
busy man
petition
in that
me
case.
only when their need is great, not because they've had a whim.
I get it. There are times I wish I didn't have to chase this necker or that drowner.
True. But, will you go to see Gremist now?
Will you go see Gremist now?
With pleasure. After a storm of those proportions, I should gladly have it to help him with his ritual. Till then.
What were you about to say? Hey, that's actually a pretty sizable amount of experience there. We should have a lot of loot from all those foglets that we fought, as well as the bazillion rib leaves here, but that's not as interesting, I don't think. That's pretty easy to come by. Okay, there's still more. In theory, at least. Here's some. And I think that's it. Okay. So now we have a few more things that we need to do for this quest. They're all the southeast. Now I was thinking that we probably walk this. Yeah. I mean, the angle is going to be a little bit different because originally we were planning on going straight from the north down south to here and here. Now I'll be coming a little bit more from the northwest, but it would be fine. It will be a bit of a walk, though, at least for now, when we know for certain that we will be going through places that we've already been. Probably fine to use Roach.
Come on, Roach.
But once we start getting to new territory, then it might be better for us to transition over to being on foot. Come on, ducks and geese. Don't get in the way of a horse. Let's not be silly now. Okay. So let's get our Witcher senses going. You are just a traveling merchant. We want to go to the left
now.
here.
Whoa.
I think this might have been where we are starting to enter uncharted territory. Let's just double check. No, we've been a little bit further in this direction already.
Faster.
So we should still have this be familiar to us. There's something big over there.
Slower.
Hold on. At least it seems like it, based on our Witcher senses. Have we been there? I think we have. Hold on, is that the very thing that we've already done here? There is a hidden treasure, but it's this body of water. I think we've been here before, right? We were there to the south of it, I think, so fairly certain we've tried that. It may just be a big white bear, I think. Something like that. So I don't think we need to go in that direction.
Slow. Now. Whoa.
We know about this little hut, though. Is this where we saw the mines quest? It might have been. Or at least one of those places where we got notice of it. I think we're actually kind of close to that. The actual place where you do it. Those are going to be wolves just based on the quantity of them. I'm pretty... Yeah, pretty certain about that. Also moving pretty fast. But I think we now go on foot because now we're getting more so into land that we've not yet covered. So, I think those are still wolves. So I just want to make sure that we aren't zooming past things before we get the chance to look a little bit more thoroughly. I suppose if anything big shows up and we get a notification in the corner or a screen for it, like a monster's nest or something of that sort, then we would get that notification, so maybe we'd still be fine. What is that, though? That looks... What is that? That's not a wolf. That's something bigger. Let's check that out. I think that's something bigger. Maybe? Maybe I'm making that up, though. Where is this exactly? For a second I was thinking maybe we are in the territory where we had the Druid... Oh, we are! Okay, we are south of the Druid camp, so this is where we were running into the Foglet-like enemies. Similar music to this, so yeah, I think that's what we're gonna find here. Yeah. Okay. So I'm fine with finding these guys, because as we said in the past, loot is good. They're decent level. Get out of here. Okay. Yeah, that's the general area in which we will be, actually. There's a good frame of reference, so we actually have been some of this territory. A little bit beyond where we were before. A little bit over to the side.
Pollen on the leaves still. Someone picked the bloom recently.
What does that mean? Hello.
Another seeker of Pimpernel.
Another?
Gremist has sent countless young druids into the forest. They emerged drained, with a blank stare, and with no flower. And they never speak of what happened.
Now, why is that?
I've asked Gremist to stop the folly. He looked at me and laughed. But the fun's over. One of our novices, Ramond, has failed to return. I've come to find him, alive or dead.
So, some curse with this forest, or this task is actually far more difficult than it would initially seem for some reason? What's the deal here?
What do you know about this forest?
Not much. Funny, isn't it? A druid should know every tree, every bush.
So you're a druid as well?
That even we know not to venture to some parts of the isle. We can subdue animals, but not monsters. And the word is, one has made its lair here.
A Leshen? An Axabron?
Sadly, I don't know. As I said, those who have entered do not speak of who or what they saw.
Huh. Alright, so if you're gonna explore the area, why don't we team up
Listen,
a bit here?
you're looking for a druid, I'm looking for a flower. Let's go in together.
Why not? I could use the help of a tracker. Lead the way.
Alright, now,
Flower.
I'm a little bit concerned
Petals.
about you dying.
Flower. Petals.
Okay, that's actually what we get from investigating this door. Here are tracks.
Footprints, but of bipeds.
It's like a... What's, blanking out on the name. Succubus? Looks a lot like succubus tracks that we saw back in Novigrad. I mean, there are wolves here. We may or may not need to fight that. Also, it's supposed to be Gwen. One of you down. There's another one behind us. I cannot attack you. That's not really what I meant to do. Also, if you could not punch them, Geralt, please pull out your sword. I'm not sure why you are insisting on punching. I'm telling you to pull out your sword right now. Thank you. And I don't want this guy to die, but the fact that you decided not to use your sword for an extended period of time does complicate matters considerably here. If this guy can die, then we are perhaps putting that to the test. Okay.
Flower.
Oh, that's the same thing. Actually, didn't even realize we were still in one of those circles that we were supposed to examine. I was mostly just trying to loot the remaining wolves here. Which I'm sure the druid was very pleased that we did. Actually, oh no, that's him over there. Okay, so let's loot this, and then this. There's more of the tracks, it seems. That all... The only reason why we have the quest marker here, or do we actually need to officially investigate some of it?
Flower.
Right, I get it.
No petals.
These also are flowers with no petals, yes. I also see this. Second there, it goes off to the side a bit. I do hear a big intriga. We have these flowers. Then our trail kind of runs cold here. What gives? But yes, but like... Sure. I see this. But then we get kind of stuck here, right? So we backtrack a bit. This is the original spot. Follow the tracks. Tracks lead us here. Examine this. More flower, no petals. This is in the circle, though, so I'm not sure if that's what we're actually supposed to be looking for. If there's something else here. That's technically outside the circle. Anything further down? Or is this still just one of those cases of the circle kind of moves with you as you find the tracks? No, the circle is moving in this direction. Even though I didn't really see anything there. But I saw some...
Enticing creature.
Ooh, what's happening? You're doing something. You're leading the way, it seems. Armor to rockets. Whoa, okay, that's no joke. Hold on. But you're beating it up right now. We really should be helping you, though. You're in shield mode, if you will. Back in shield mode. None of that is helpful when we have numerous people attacking it. It is harder for the rockets to, you know, attack us. Oh, you're actually freezing it. I think that's you, not us, doing that. Pretty sure. We still need Quen. No, we still have it up. Okay. A rocket's down. Sure. But the big enemy that you were concerned about?
Glory you attain shall never perish.
Okay, now we're headed back up here.
There were
Examine
flowers here
this.
as well, but they've been picked. Every last one.
Okay. Now we find footprints again. Hoof prints, really. Where are they taking us? Along the pathway.
Footprints. Some fresh, others faded. All leading in the same direction.
These are footprints that go with the hoof prints. Yeah, all leading up here. Thought we had been somewhat near here before. Oh,
Stop, please. Haha. Oh, this is great.
is that you?
No, stop. Please,
That's someone hiding behind the corner.
stop it, that tickles.
I think it's a succubus. Also, it's gonna get blurred.
Unhand him, hellish creature. Raymond, step away from her.
Calm down. I've not been harmed.
It is a
I came
succubus, in
here-
case that's not clear.
You don't know what you're saying. She's cast a spell on you.
Nonsense. I need no spell. These boys come here themselves. In fact, I must use magic to drive them away, make them go home. Only Raymond was nice, so I let him stay.
I see through
How
you.
sweet.
Your wretched charm won't work on me. I shall kill you here and now, monster.
So let's see. We have dealt with some succubuses in the past, and they don't. What have we learned? We've learned that they tend not to directly seek out violence. However, through their seductive ways, if you will, that does oftentimes lead to people's deaths because, well, sometimes things get a little bit out of hand, they get carried away. So, to say she's harmless is a little far, especially when we know that many of the people who have come here have not returned, so we have reasons to suspect that those people are in fact dead, and maybe they weren't violently killed, but one way or another, the succubus did in fact kill them. So I think it is probably still best for us to say that, well, maybe we could try to negotiate with her by saying she's harmless, but I just, the wording makes me concerned, because what I really want is something in between these two, is to say, let's try to talk this out, see if we can negotiate something, and then, if not, then, and we need to either walk away and let you be, or fight you, then in that case I would probably fight you. But it seems like there is no middle ground here, and so for that reason, I think we do have to take you out.
Met a lot of succubi on the path. None set out to hurt anyone, but they
Exactly.
all killed eventually.
Exactly.
Lost themselves when feeding, drained their lovers dry of life force.
Not her, she's different.
Is
Out of
that
my
so?
way, and don't interfere.
I mean, maybe.
You piece of filth.
This is actually our first time fighting a succubus, because in times previous, we were able to negotiate our way out of it. She went down very quickly.
What have you done?
We saved you, Raymond.
The hell you did. She'd never hurt me. Never.
I mean, that's what her spells and charm were doing to you, making you think that was the case. So do you really believe that?
Really believe that.
She's a
Succubi
succubus.
feed on human energy. Lose that, and it means death eventually.
Life leads to death eventually. You're murderers. Go to hell.
Yeah, I mean, we also saved your life.
Incredible. We risked our lives to find him. Now we're the monsters.
Happens a lot more often than you think.
It's true.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta find that damn flower. Any idea where there might be Pimpernel?
You saw the forest. Not a daisy or a kingcup in sight. I'd say it's her doing. She took them, gathered them, somewhere nearby. Farewell, Witcher. Thank you for your help. And good luck.
I mean, we helped you and then you did
Must
almost
confirm.
nothing to help us.
Strong scent. Ought to lead me to her lair.
Okay. Can we actually loot her body? Because like I said, that is, I believe, the first and only succubus that we've ever fought. Crowns, a bunch of silk, some strawberries, lots of them, and succubus mutagen. So, the mutagen is the big thing. That would be first for us. The other stuff is fairly common. Let's see, we can also, yeah, follow this scent here. So, like I said, ideally, I think we would have tried to negotiate with her, but it just seemed like, I mean, going off of the descriptions that we saw, the previews, it was hard to say for certain what the end result was going to be. I really wanted to try to get a middle ground. There wasn't one, and if I had to either walk away doing nothing or take out the succubus, decided to take out the succubus because, like Geralt said, we know that maybe they're not directly intending to kill, but ultimately the end result is usually their victims do die. So their lair is theoretically in here. Are there going to be additional succubi?
So that's why she's been picking all those flowers.
Why? Because she's doing like an intense ritually thing here? Oh. Okay. Sure. I mean, as succubi go, it does seem like she was certainly relatively peaceful. But ultimately, it just seems like, regardless of the succubi intentions, it never ends well for the people that they are taking in. Alright, so now we have done that, and that means that the only thing left on this quest is to go further south from here and find the distillery. And so this does require maybe, I mean, we probably don't want to go right through here, which I assume is probably a big mountain, but the question would be, do we follow directly on the path, or do we deviate a little bit, take a bit of a shortcut, and see if there's anything hanging out in the woods here? We'll see, because yeah, the direct route would be climb over this mountain, which is probably not all that realistic. So, at least to a certain extent, we may not have much of a choice here. I suppose we can cut the corner if we go across here. We'll just see if there does appear to be anything of note around here. Wolves. That much is true. Anything more significant, though? Basically just going a little bit off of the main path. Seems to be a graveyard. Definitely a graveyard, which sometimes does give us some interesting things. Still just wolves, though. And wolves that are howling and perhaps summoning the rest of the pack to come after us. So maybe that's our cue. Start heading out. And also perhaps cue for the deer to run away. And we could use Roach, but again, I think generally speaking, when we are covering ground we've not yet explored, I do prefer to go on foot. So I just think it's a little bit easier to see things as we're going by. Make sure we don't miss stuff. Whereas if we are traveling areas that we've already been to, and it's just a matter of speed, like maybe there's a fast travel spot that gets us directly to where we want to go, then I think it starts to make more sense to go with Roach. Signs of something up there, and that is in the direction of what we're looking for. It is awfully high up, so I don't really know what to expect there. But also, we can go in this direction. And this is not necessarily where our quest is leading us, but I do wonder what, if anything, might be here. Because it is at least at the moment, possible to get up here. But of course, we've seen what happens in the past when we tried to climb slopes too steep. That is the answer. So, oh, so close! So close to making it up, Carol. Yes. There we go. So, I apologize in advance if you are afraid of heights, because this could end very poorly. Very slowly. Walk. Very slowly. Very slowly. And then eventually, you will find that you reach this place, and you strike a pose. In fact, maybe even... You want that in the background? Yeah, something like that. Get at us. We're at the top of the mountain. Insert AC/DC reference here. Okay, but there's not actually anything up here, at least I don't think there is. So, now we actually have to walk our way back here. Just pay no mind to the lightning that is striking. Also pay no mind to the fact that we are now perhaps one of the tallest things, and therefore the most likely to be struck by said lightning. Witchers are immune to lightning. No, they probably aren't, but that was... Maybe we're going a little too fast here. Hold on a second. No, let's go back to the walking, not the running. Just to be safe. We've conquered the mountain. One that was causing us so much trouble before. We were on that side. Perhaps even stuck right down there. Couldn't find a way up. And we might have been trying to climb that slope there. And now I'm sure that's just going to mean that, well, in a matter of seconds, we'll be falling down there and repeating that fate. Yeah, that's a little too steep to try to walk on that, I think. Let's just deviate from this plan a bit. And we'll go back down to the main path. Because it turns out there isn't much here for us after all. But we will satisfy that curiosity. So this is already... I immediately regret this. We've been here before. Or I thought we had. Yes, we have. Even though this is lootable, this is going to have ashes. Yeah. I recognize this. And this is the very thing. No, this is actually the side that we were down. That we couldn't find the way back up on. Yup. I was facing the wrong direction. So we slid down. I slid down deliberately, but I thought I was sliding down to the correct side, not the incorrect side. So that backfired. We do have two places that we can try to make our way toward. Either that fast travel spot or that fast travel spot. I mean, either way, fast travel spot would mean what? Beam ourselves back up to the palisade, and that's still a bit of a walk back. I mean, we goofed, obviously. And I did, in fact, do exactly what I said might happen. Not in the way that I was expecting for it to happen, and that was a conscious decision. It was just a silly conscious decision because it was the wrong one. So, my bad. But maybe we just swim around here for a little bit. And it will take a little bit because, of course, we saw this is the place where previously, with such steep cliff faces that we couldn't find a way up and around. But I think if we go in this direction, it might be a little bit faster. Because there's a town in this general area, and there are also drowned, or well, no, not really. I guess we're going to run into these drowned dead first. I think Firesdall is the one that's closest. We could just get out of the water enough to actually fight them and draw a sword. That would be fantastic. And immediately lose our plan. That too. No, I dodged, so cannot use this on all of these simultaneously is what I really wanted to do. And just go on a drown dead decapitation spree. Oh, come on. Not quite. There, okay, I'm pretty sure as we were getting knocked back, we took you out, but just don't ask. too many questions, I suppose. But you guys do, at times, have the red mutagens, so that is certainly a big pickup from you. Even the water essence, once upon a time, was hard to get. Okay, and now we head back up this way, and we do not deviate. Do not deviate from this, dare I say, path here. That's a bit of a stretch to say that, because as soon as we start going off to the side, this is going to become unclimbable. We know that from experience. But this might be doable. This might still be too far. I'm surprised Geralt was able to do that, to be honest with you. In fact, I'm very surprised we've been this successful thus far. So, okay. Come on, Geralt. You did the hard part. I think you kind of did the hard part. Maybe. Sort of. Just jumping as often as we can to try to overcome these slopes here. Like, we really want to be on this part. This, no, oh, little bit further to the side. Geralt, stop. I'm dodge rolling, but you're not doing anything. There we go. Okay. This is the, well, I technically got off the angle. This is the angle we want. Okay. And, immediately sprint and fall off and go to the wrong side now. Okay, so let's double check the map and go the right way this time. I mean, technically it's basically straight ahead. But we just don't want to fall down to the right side. In fact, if we fall down to the left side, that's fine. Probably, maybe, sort of. I thought that was climbable over here, but Geralt is disagrees. Don't fall to the left. What did we say about falling to the left? Let's just not go to the left. Like, at all. And instead deliberately fall. Or rather, don't fall to the right, I should say. I swear, I know right and left. This is walkable. This little ditch here. In fact, is this a pathway through the mountain? What? I mean, it doesn't look like it's... On one end, for a second there, it looked like it was an actual deliberate path. There seems to be like a little area that's carved out here. But now, I mean, we're still slow. Oh my goodness. We are... It's like a half pipe. Okay, hold on. Let's save. And now, just embrace it. Just embrace it. Oh, I wanna gain momentum, actually like a half pipe for skateboarding. Gain momentum, go side to side, and just go crazy. Become the skateboarder! And yeah, that was inevitable. That was the way that was gonna end. But we got the chance to see. Got the chance to test it out. And how much air did we get? Well, we probably could have done a little bit more, especially if we had angled it off such that we were going to a place where there was a steeper drop-off. But we go to the manual save now.
Yennefer's suspicions proved true. Ciri had appeared,
and we just don't do what we did there. Just, deliberately saved in advance to satiate our curiosity there.
Fleeing through portals that carried them to Velen. There, one trail ended, another began. A good time later, the Wild Hunt had reappeared on Hindusfjall, meaning Ciri, too, might have returned to Skellige.
Okay, and that was... Okay, careful. That was interesting as well. That, Ciri was at one point in time... I think we do want to go to this side, though. It was interesting that Ciri was in Skellige, then was in, Novigrad / well, yeah, Novigrad. Obviously, we were in Novigrad and then went to Skellige. So we sort of learned about things in reverse order a little bit, but then she may have come back to Skellige. Of course, we don't know why that might have happened. Woo. Hold on. This is a gentler slope here. I think we are getting closer. In fact, we've actually outrun what we're looking for. It's actually up here. It's higher up? Uh-oh. We actually outsurfed it? Hold on. Nobody outsurfs Geralt of Rivia. Nobody outsurfs Geralt of Rivia. Or skateboards. I suppose we were really doing more skateboarding than surfing. Wait, did we go past it? Yeah, we did. We did. We were so concerned about not going to the right, or not going to the east, I should say, that we went too far to the west. is ultimately what happened. Come on, Carol. If you could actually skateboard over this wall, that would be helpful. How do we make sure we can do it again here? Nah, maybe not. It does seem like this is just crazy high up the mountain. And once upon a time, there was a path that we were sort of following to get there. And maybe that was just a little too straightforward, huh? We just couldn't have it the easy way, could we? This is why we can't have nice things. Come on, Geralt. You can do it. You can do it. Geralt says, I'm not one to take the easy way out. Although it would be really tempting. In fact, yeah, we may actually want to go backwards a little bit and then just go straight east from there, if that's possible. That's west. That would mean, like, no. Wait, hold on. I've now immediately become disoriented. South and then straight east. South and then straight east. Is that any easier? I mean, the mountain does seem to get steeper. Perhaps. Come on. Come on, Geralt. You are an expert mountain climber and skateboarder and surfer. Now you basically go straight east from here. Just climb up this. Just climb up this. It's no big deal, Geralt. What are you making such a big deal about? Nope. No. That's not the thing that you do. Of the things that you do, that is not one of them. In fact, there are many things that you can do. Well, actually, I mean, there are only a few things that you can do in this situation, because it seems as though there's really one correct way that is clearly the easiest way to get up here, and many ways that are not the right way. But was it actually that we were supposed to follow this path of sorts? One that we, for a minute there, were saying might have been a thing, but then proceeded to ignore and got carried away with the whole half-pipe thing? Oh, that hurt us a lot, and we are probably going to die. And also, we lost what was our best way up. Okay, we've just, we've just fallen and lost what took us, I don't know how long, how much progress we just lost time-wise, but it was a lot. It was a lot after that. So we could perhaps try to reload an old save, but I think now at this point we draw the line here, and we try to find the actual path that we're supposed to go down, because otherwise we will actually be here forever. So, what is that path? Is the next question. It is actually approach from the north and go straight south through that. Okay, so get to a place where we can walk north without having to go through a mountain to get there. Ice skating, skiing, I suppose those are two other things that we could be doing a little bit of here. Be like, look at this. It's, sure, elevated, yes, but it's not a crazy incline. Imagine that. Oh, he says as he nearly walks off a cliff. Like, it's straight up there. But yeah, that's the mountain that we can't feasibly approach from this angle. So we go, I do vaguely remember there's a cave down there with some trolls in it. This could hurt. But I think we successfully broke our fall a little bit there. I did press the dodge roll button, but I don't think we actually did one. But functionally, it may have done that anyway, or at least prevented us from dealing damage nonetheless. Okay, so this is the angle is improving. At least the angle of approach is improving. And this, I think, is the little... Yeah, this is our pathway. Look at that. It's almost like you're supposed to go this way. It's almost like if you deviate from the path, life gets excessively more difficult. But no. Nah. We had to test it out. We had to prove that theory. We had to test that hypothesis. But now we will continue to follow the path and shake our head at how much easier it could have been. I mean, even then, we still started to slide for a bit. Okay, owl ghouls. Yes, we did see that there were signs of some kind of enemies, and I was wondering what kind of enemies are going to be this high up. Answer is apparently owl ghouls. Okay, that's quite a distance to stun that one. And maybe didn't really time it correctly for that reason. Remember, these guys will have the spikes, at least when we attack them when they are not stunned. Which means can reflect a fair bit of damage to us. And for that reason, we actually want to be deliberately attacking just one of them. Also, we hit pretty hard here. Let's get Axie back. Ooh, hello. You're down. Whoa, we are almost dead. Yep. We need to Gwen right now, like this instant. Okay, Gwen is on. But, that's a no-no. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I did not think that was going to be that difficult of a fight, but apparently it was.